Studies Session 3. Recording in Social Work Practice 2. Introduction. Recording is a very serious business in social work practice without which no progress can be made. Recording aids planning, implementation, process evaluation and impact evaluation. Recording also facilitates research in social work. This lecture critically looks at the principles and ethics guiding recording in social work practice. Also, the importance of recording in social work practice is examined. Objectives. At the end of this lecture, you should be able to 1. Explain the principles guiding recording in social work practice. 2. List the importance of recording in social work practice. 3. What are the principles guiding recording in social work practice? 4. List the importance of recording in social work practice. Content. This is the second lecture on recording and it deals with the principles and ethical consideration in recording as far as social work practice is concerned. Any recording that does not comply with principles and ethics of practice will not work and may put the agency in problems. It is therefore pertinent to fully understand the principles of recording in social work practice. Recording in social work practice 2. Privacy principles. When recording casework issues, some ethical considerations emerge. Cargill 1996 identifies 4 privacy principles that relate to what should be recorded about clients and who should have access to this information. These principles are confidentiality, abridgment, access, and anonymity. Confidentiality is the ethical principle that workers should not share information provided by a client or about the client unless the client has given explicit permission to do so. Such information includes the identity of the client, content of overt verbalizations, professional opinions about the client, and material from records. Baker 1999. Questions. Does the client have right to see what you have written? What if you have recorded some negative things about the client? Should your supervisor be allowed to see what you have written about the client? What about the information you share at case conference? How confidential does it remain then? What if a client tells you he is sexually abusing his 9-year-old daughter but specifies that you are not to tell anyone else? What happens if you practice in a state where professionals are legally required to report even suspicions of such abuse? Example, Wisconsin, United States of America. Steps to take in this circumstance. Know what kinds of protections for confidentiality are offered by your agency and other agencies with which your clients are involved. Have policy manual. 2. As the Code of Ethics instructs, clarify to clients the limits of confidentiality. Explain who else might have access to the information and under what circumstances. 3. Cooperate with staff, administrators, clients and workers at other agencies to develop collaborative plans that maximize confidentiality. 4. Educate professionals and other stakeholders about confidentiality. 5. Carefully monitor the use of high-tech systems being used to get information or transmit information. Abridgment refers to restricting the type of information that is put into the record and the period of time over which the record can be retained. This depends on agency policies and legal restrictions. However, abridgment serves to enhance the client's privacy. For example, only information pertinent to the services the client is receiving may be recorded. The agency might require that the record be disposed of 6 months following case termination. Access refers to the client's right to see what and how information is being recorded. Does such sharing not enhance client trust and client-worker communication? Access may bring some negative result because some clients and relations may not take what is recorded kindly, not because it is not truthfully recorded, but they are concerned about protecting the privacy. Anonymity refers to using recorded information about clients but omitting identifying data. An agency can evaluate its effectiveness of service provision by analyzing information gathered anonymously on all its clientele. This happens quite most frequently in schools where names and addresses can simply be blocked out in the record. The goal of social work should be to maximize client privacy while meeting the necessary demands of accountability. Kaggle, 1991. 1. Keep files and sources of information physically safeguarded from unwarranted access. 2. Consider what information should and should not be kept in the record. 3. Information should be released only with prior informed written consent of the client or the client's guardian. 4. Make sure that clients' rights are not violated and report breaches when they occur. Importance of recording in social work. 1. Identifying the client and the need. Recording information about your clients provides the basis upon which you continue to work. You identify your clients and their problems. Recording information helps you explore the nature of your client's strengths, needs and problems. 2. Documenting services. Recording your work with a client simply provides proof that such work has been done. It serves as evidence of doing something about the client. 3. Maintaining case continuity. Client problems often change their focus over time. For example, an unmarried pregnant teen will need different services before and after a baby is born, often requiring services of other agencies. Recording information prevents having to reinvent the wheel. You do not start from the scratch. 4. Interprofessional communication. Recording information about clients allows for many professionals to share this data. 5. Sharing information with the client. Sharing information with the client is helpful. This may clarify for them their strengths, problems, plans, or achievements. But there is a need to understand the laws concerning client confidentiality and agency policies. 6. Facilitating supervision, consultation and peer review. Recording gives direction, feedback and help from other professionals. Peer review involves a formal evaluation by a relevant peer group of an individual's general competence or specific actions. 7. Monitoring the process and impact of service. It helps you to organize your thinking about how to proceed with the client. Comparing past records with present ones allows you to measure how much progress has been made. 8. Educating students and other professionals. Social work records provide an excellent means for educating both students and practitioners already in the field about effective interventions. 9. Providing data for administrative tasks. Both large and small social service agencies must keep track of the services they provide and how effective these services are. 10. Providing data for research. Recording information about large numbers of clients can contribute to a database that is very useful for research. Study session summary. In casework recording, 4 privacy principles emerge as important working principles with direct link with clients. These principles are confidentiality, abridgment, access, and anonymity. Confidentiality is the ethical principle that social workers should not share information about clients with anybody without the explicit permission of the client. Abridgment is restricting the type of information that is put into record and the period of time over which the record can be retained. Access is the client's right to see what and how information is being recorded. Anonymity is using recorded information about clients but omitting identifying data. Importance of recording in social work practice includes identification of the client and need, documenting services, maintaining case continuity, interprofessional communication, and providing data for research, among others. It must be clearly made known to social work practitioners that principles guiding professional recording of cases are part of practice codes. End of study session 3. Thank you for listening.